Hello guys, good day everyone. This is the Creators Lodge and you are welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time coming across my channel, please do well to like this video, do well to subscribe and turn on the notification button so when next I drop an amazing tutorial like this, YouTube will notify you. And also guys, I want to thank you all. I want to appreciate you all for staying tuned to this channel, for following, for subscribing. Thank you for always liking the videos. We are 1,400 subscribers strong and we are moving forward. Alright guys, thank you so much for referring this channel to your friends, to other creatives out there. I am grateful. Alright guys, in today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you guys how to design an award night flyer in the Pixellab application. All right, you want to present award maybe for a company, you have an award night or stuff like that. So how to design a flyer like this, how to go about it, I'm going to be showing you guys very quickly in the Pixellab application. All right, so without any further ado, let's get into the tutorial. Alright guys, so this is the background I'm going to be using. Now guys, let me just say something quickly. I'm going to be sharing, this is two backgrounds. Alright, I did the blending in PixArt application. I am not going to be sending this blended background. Alright, I'm not going to be sending this background as it is. What I'm going to be doing in the resource file, I'm going to be sharing with you guys this background. This background is one on its own, and then this is another background on its own. So what I'm going to be doing guys, I'm going to be sharing with you guys this background, and I'm also going to be sharing with you guys this background. All right, so you are going to blend it yourself. The idea is to give you guys an assessment to do, something to do, check it out, see if you can do it. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not going to be sharing with you guys what I've done like this, so you will be the one to blend the background and let it fit well like this. All right, so this is what I'm going to be using. And quick one guys, when you are blending this in PixArt, like I said, you do the blending in PixArt, ensure that you blur this background by 15%. all right, what I'm going to be sending to you guys is not a blur background, it's going to be a clear background. But ensure when you are blending, you make sure this black background, this pattern, this texture, this black texture background, ensure you blur it normal blur by 15% if you want to get this exact thing I have here. All right guys, so this is the background we're going to be using. I'm just going to I'm going to lock the layer. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to import our 3D text. Let's do that guys. Alright guys, so this is the 3D text we're going to be using. Now guys, someone might want to ask that I'm not revealing to you guys how I created this text. It's very simple guys, it's very simple. Now this text, alright, this text, if you watched my last tutorial, and I'm going to make the link to the video available in the video description. All right, this text guys, this is the exact 3D text I made use of in the previous video I made on how to do 3D text effects using your smartphone, using the Photopea. So this exact 3D text is the same 3D text I shared with you guys in the last tutorial. All I did was to change the text to award and to change the text to night. That's all. When you look at this color of this text, you will see that it's the same color with the gold text. So what you need to do guys, you can look for any font that suits you, and then you make use of the font to write your award, and then you write your night. Any font that suits you guys, make use of the font. It's the same 3D text. If you have not watched the video, do well to watch the video. You are going to find the link to the video in this video description. Alright guys, so what I'm going to be doing, I've written the text award and I've written the text night. So I'm going to just be sizing the text. I'm just going to ensure I have a good size that I want to work with. All right, so let's check out this size. Let's see what we have in this size, and let's see. Yeah, so I think this is cool. I'm going to be working with this size guys, award, and I'm also going to check out the night. So let's check this out. I'll also be bringing in the original design so that I can work with it. So let's check out the size for the night. I want the night to be a little bit smaller guys. That's what I want. I just want the night to be a little bit smaller. So let's see. Yeah, so I want this award night. Yeah, I want this award night to be like this. Yeah, exactly. Now I'm going to be bringing in the original design so that it can guide me on how to go about this. So guys, let's bring in the original. Alright guys, so this is the original design I have here. Now if you look at this original design, you are going to see that the knight is kind of beneath the award, and then the color for the knight and the award is not the same color as this 3D text we have here, and that is because I added hue. I made use of the hue. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to move the knight behind the award. All right, I just want to give it an amazing feel. That's the essence of me doing that, nothing special. And then you add shadow. So I'll click on shadow, enable my shadow, so I have a shadow like this. You can just drop your offset a little bit, not too much guys, not too much. So you can have just offset Y at 6, and then we are good to go. And you have something like this. So let's just centralize this. If there's need to move this forward, if there's need to move it, up or down, we'll do that as we go on in the tutorial. Now the next thing we want to write is the name of the company, the Expert 9 Festival, and the cool extra. All right, so I'm going to click on text, and I'm just going to write this text. I already have the copy, so I'm going to paste. All right, and click OK. Now for this Expert 9 Festival, I'm going to choose the font, and the font I made use of is the font called Tomato. I'm going to check that Tomato, yeah, Tomato Growth Text Bold. That's what I made use of, and I'm just going to click OK, and then you see we have this text like this, and then you just reduce the size. All right, just reduce the size to something like this, centralize it, and then we copy this and write in conjunction with, but I already have that copied here, so I'm just going to write this. And then the font I made use of for in conjunction with is the Edwardian script. All right, if you are familiar with my tutorial, you have this font Edwardian script. So I'll click OK, and I'm just going to increase the size a little bit. As you can see, it's not visible to the eyes, so I'm just going to increase the size a little bit. And yeah, so let's just keep it to about 31. And also for this, let's check out the size. Yeah, exactly, this is cool. So I'll just move the conjunction width up a little bit, and then I'll copy this again, and then I'll write the last name, which is cool extra, and then I'll click OK. I just centralize this way, bring it down a little bit, something like this, and then you have this, and you are good to go. Yeah, now the next thing guys we want to do, we'll just check out the original. The next thing is to start imputing the awards and the call to actions. Now let's impute the awards, but first, before we do that, you can see that the award and the knight here has a different color. Like I said, I worked on the hue of the award and the knight, and that is what I'm going to be doing now. Now the essence of me working on the hue of the award and the knight is because I wanted to blend well with the award icons. The award icons, that's the award icons I'm going to be importing now. So that's the reason why I'm blending. All right guys, so let's import the award icons so that you see what I'm talking about. All right guys, so these are the award icons. Guys, you can see we have two icons here. Now for this icon, this is not what I'm going to be sharing with you guys. You can see that at the bottom of this icon, you see that is blending with the background, and that's because I have done that. I've achieved that using the Pixellab application. What I'm going to be sharing with you guys is a full icon, guys. I'm going to be sharing with you guys a full icon that is not blended with the background, so you will blend it in the Pixellab application. The idea of this is for you to see these things, that you can do it and test your capacity. I've already taught you guys in my previous tutorials how to blend in Pixellab, so I'm going to be sharing with you guys the one that is not blended to the background. Now this is the icon, guys. You can see the color of this icon. You can see with this award knight is not exactly blending well. That is the essence, that is the reason of why I want to work on the hue. It's not exactly blending well, but then when you look at this original design, you see that it's looking cool, better than this previous one. It's looking cool, better than this one we just imported. So that's the whole idea of me working on the hue of the icons, yeah, and also the hue of the award and the knight. So what I'm going to be doing right now, is I'm going to be working on the hue of this. Let me just lock this layer so it doesn't move. I'm going to be working on the hue of the award. All right guys, so I'm going to click on hue, and I'm going to take my hue to minus 14, just the hue, and you work on the night also. You make the hue to minus 14, so you have something like this, guys. Now can you see this, guys? Now let's bring our icon this way. We just move our icon this way, somewhere like this. Yeah, somewhere here, and this is cool. But now you see that the icon is not blending well now with the award night, so it means that I need to add hue also to the icon if I must, if it's going to blend well. All right, so what I'll just do is to click on hue also for the icon and look for a suitable hue that blends well. All right, something like this that blends almost as the award night. All right, almost, yeah, almost. So you have something like this, and when you have something like this, you just leave it this way. All right, and then we lock this layer. All right, and then the next thing we do is to make the second icon visible. You can see I've removed the background from photo room, so I'll just erase the photo room logo. All right, just erase the photo room logo, reduce the size this way, and just rotate this way and place it somewhere here. The reason why I'm not placing it anywhere here, I'm not making the icon very visible, is because I already have the major icon here, so we shouldn't be having multiple icons, different kinds of icons. So that's the reason why I'm placing it somewhere here, to just add beauty to the design. Guys, note this: the essence of me placing this here is for beauty's sake, nothing else, just for beauty's sake, nothing else. Now for this particular icon, I want to add shadow. I want the shadow to reflect on the award, so that's the reason why I'm adding shadow. So I'm going to click on shadow. Can you see this? After adding shadow, you see that it's reflecting a little bit on the award. So that's the whole idea of me adding shadow to it. And then I'll just reduce the opacity of the shadow a little to about this, and then I mark this and I'm good to go. Now can you see this, guys? So we are making progress. Now quickly, before I continue, the size for this design is 3000 by 3500 as usual. Like I said in all my tutorials, as I've always been saying, this is not the definite size for all your designs. You can decide to make your design A4, you can decide to make it square shape, whatever size you want to do that fits in well for what you are doing, the purpose of the design. But for me, I love this size, that's why I'm using it. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to create another white shape. I'm just going to mark this. I want to write our call to actions, which is the date, the time, the venue. So I'll click on color, enable color, and I'm going to be picking this color because this color kinds of blend well with what we are doing, the award and stuff like that. So I'm going to pick this color, but I'm going to reduce the opacity of this to about let's see, going to reduce the opacity, let's see, about 15 for now. Okay, so I'm going to reduce the opacity to about 15 for now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to click shape again, and at this time I'm going to reduce the opacity and I'm going to increase the stroke. All right, and I'm going to make the color the same color we used, all right, this way. So I'm going to make it just increase this way manually. All right, increase it manually to have something like this. Now the whole idea of this is just to make it more beautiful. All right, as much as possible, whatever you feel will beautify your design, that will not make your design go off, that will still retain the message of the design, but it will make it look beautiful. You feel free to do it, guys, on your design. But as long as you see that it's getting too much and it's not really communicating the message, I will advise you quickly don't make use of it. All right, quickly don't make use of it. All right, so I'm going to just bring down this, something like this. Bring in this one again, trying to place it in the middle. I'm trying to place it in the middle. That's the idea of what I'm trying to achieve, and centralize this. So we have something like this. Let's check out the original and track our progress. All right, so, okay, now you can see for the original it's a bit smaller, so I'll be achieving that now. It's a bit smaller, so I will reduce this size. Yeah, and I'm also going to bring this up, reduce the size also, so that we can have something a bit smaller like this. Exactly, so we have something like this. Exactly. Now for the award night, I'm just going to move it up a little bit. I'm trying to do some adjustment. Just move it up by 2. I'm going to move the night up by 2. All right, I'm going to move the award icon also by 2. All right, yeah, so I have something like this, and then I'll just move this up by 1. move this also by 1. Yeah, and I have something like this. Cool, good to go. Now the next thing we want to do here is to write our text. All right, so I'll just write the text, the date, everything, yeah. So the first is 8 p.m. prompt. Now for this, I made use of the font called Cinzel. So I'm going to click on Cinzel, choose Cinzel regular. All right, and I have this Cinzel regular. I'm going to click on text size. I just want the text size to be something like this. Yeah, so I want it to be something like this exactly. Now I would need to reduce this again because it's still a little bit big. Yeah, I'm going to reduce the size of the shapes again. Going to reduce again, guys. Adjustment is allowed in graphic design. You adjust until you get the taste, until you get the exact taste that you seek. So you keep adjusting. I'm going to reduce this size again to something like this. So let's work with this first. If it's not cool, we'll adjust again. All right, it's your world, it's your space. Feel free to adjust as much as possible when doing design. All right, so I'm going to reduce this size this way, reduce this way. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to create the demarcation. All right, so I'm going to reduce this way, mark this. You can see, guys, we used the same color. That's what we used. So I'm going to make it tiny. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, okay. Let's delete this. Let's work with something else again. Let me work with something else. Make it tiny as this, reduce the size this way, and then we choose the color like this. So let's bring it down here. I'm going to bring it down here this way. Move this way. Yeah, so I'm trying to create the demarcation. Now I want it to be very thin. No, not this. I want it to be thin. Yeah, something like the exactly. Yeah, so I'm going to move this way, move this way, bring this up a little bit. I'm trying to work on my adjustments, and if you can't get it exactly, you can make use of your meter rule or your grid. You can make use of your grid to check your if what you are doing is correct. You can use it to check the measurement. All right, remember that's why you have the grid. All right, for me, I still need to move this down a little bit. It's not exactly in the middle. You can see how intentional I am to ensuring that I get the exact measurement, guys, because getting the exact measurement in graphic design is what makes your design beautiful. One of the criteria, all right, is getting the exact measurement. So I think I'm cool with this. Now I'm going to copy the date, the time, sorry, and I'm going to impute the date. So I'll just pick the date, which is 29th December, and this 29th December, we'll just break it this way so that we maintain the flow. All right, we just maintain the flow, and then we check for the measurement again if it's accurate, and if it's not, we move further to ensure that it's accurate. All right, yeah, let's see. We ensure it's accurate. Let's move this by 1 and see. Okay, yeah, so we have 29 December, and then I'll just copy the tiny shape again because I want one more. I'll copy this, centralize, bring down, and then bring it this place here like this, and we ensure it's aligned again. We ensure alignment. I'll just move it by 1 and see, move it up by 1 and see. Yeah, so this is cool. Now we copy the dates, and then we just write the venue for this design. So I'll paste the venue. Yeah, so I'll just paste the venue here. Let me paste this. Yeah, so I have something like this. Now this is the venue, guys. This is the venue, and for the venue, I'll just reduce the size to about 23. Yeah, I'll just reduce the size to this. Yeah, exactly. I'll just reduce the size to this. Let's check out the time. Yeah, 28. So the time is cool. I'll just leave the venue as this size, so you can see this, guys, and we check again if it's aligned. We need to move the venue up a little bit. You don't just place the venue anywhere. Ensure that you maintain center alignment. Center alignment is very important. Yeah, so you can see the juice is coming out gradually. Now the next thing, I'll just copy this text, and I'm going to write categories. All right, the categories, for this award, All right, so that's what we're doing now. I'm just going to write categories, and we just check out the size of categories. We want to increase the categories a little bit because it's like an heading. All right, it's like a sub you know a focus, a subhead. So that's what we want to do. And then the first thing we have, I'm going to choose the most decent. Let's check out the original design. Let's check out the first heading, that's most reserved. So it's not this is the second one. So I'll copy this and I'm going to pick the first one, yeah, this, and then I'll click OK. And we can't make it the same size with categories, so we just have to reduce the size, reduce to about 20. Yeah, so categories 25, and then we have this 20, and then we reduce this also to about 20. Yeah, and then we have this, and we are cool, good to go. Don't let the this to be too close to the categories. And then we have something like this, and this is great, guys. This is great, this is great, this is great. Yeah, so we have this now. I haven't done this. The last thing we want to do here is to click on shape, choose a gradient shape, choose the black and transparent gradient shape. What I want to do is, when you look at the original design, you're going to see some red stuffs in the background. You're going to see that you have red stuffs in the background. So what I'm trying to achieve is the red, the red stuffs in the background. All right, these red stuffs in the background. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to choose a texture inside of this. I'm going to choose a kind of red texture. So let's click on texture and pick from gallery. Alright guys, so this is the texture I'm going to be sharing with you guys. I'm going to flip this texture here and then change it to 1:1 so I can have something like this. Bring it down and then mark this. Guys, once you do that, you have something like this. And then you increase the size and take it to back. Take it to back, but you bring it up on the background. Yeah, so it's going to be behind every other details, but it's going to be on the background. So you have something like this. So you can see the reflection of the red, the red blended background on this design. So you just want to lock this layer and then you are cool, you are good to go. And then we have the design here. Everything has been sorted out. Let's check out the original design. This is the original, and then this is what we have. You can see that we have achieved this design. Now the last thing I'm going to be showing you guys here is the lens flares. You can see the lens, this lens flare here. I'm going to this lens flare here, and then this light effect. So we will achieve that in the Pixellab application. So guys, once you are done, you save this as image, save as ultra, save to your gallery, and then the next thing we're going to do is to add the lens flare in the Pixellab application, and then we add lighting effect in the Lightroom application. So guys, let's go to the Pixellab application. Hello guys, so welcome to the Pixellab application. So I'm going to be picking the lens flare. Now I didn't import any external lens flare. All I used was the lens flare in the Pixellab application. So you scroll and then you find lens, you click on lens, and your data needs to be turned on. So if you must use this lens flares, you need to on your data. All right, you need to have a mobile connection. All right, so I'm going to be picking the lens flares. I made use of 2 lens flares for this design, so let's just wait for it to load and we pick the lens flare. Now this is the first lens flare, guys. This is the first lens flare. This is it. All right, this is the first lens flare. What I'm going to be doing is to work on the hue. I want it to have the similar hue as the design on the background, what we have in this design. All right, so I'm working on the hue, and then I rotate this way. All right, just rotate this way and place it somewhere here. So you have this, guys. So this is the first lens flare. You rotate. You can reduce the size if it's too much. All right, you rotate and then you work on the hue. For my hue, I have 60 as my hue, and then you place it somewhere here. Now let's pick the second lens flare. I'm going to choose lens flare, and I'm going to pick the second lens flare I use, which is this. So I'm going to pick this, guys. So this is the second lens flare, and I'm going to place it somewhere here. Make sure it's aligned. Now you can see this, guys. You can see this. Make sure it's in the middle. All right, make sure it's in the middle. So you might need to go back to Pixellab to get the middle. You just click on your grid, so you check out the middle, and then you come back here and ensure it's in the middle. So I'm going to copy this, duplicate, and place the second one again on this line. You can see that I'm placing it on the outer line. You make sure it's in the middle, and then you have something like this, guys. you have something like this. And then if you want to check out the middle again, we can count the categories, how many letter words. So we just count this 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. All right, so 1 2 3 4 5 6. So that means the lens flare will be in the middle of letter G and letter O. And then can you see this, guys? So you can see that my lens flare is a little bit off the middle, a little bit off the middle. So I'm going to move this to in the middle of letter G and letter O. That's how you get the middle, guys. So you just place it here, somewhere here, and then you want to move the upper one also a little bit so that they can be aligned. You want to move the upper one also a little bit. So when you are doing yours, guys, exactly ensure it's aligned so you can see this, guys. And once you are done with this, you mark and then you download. Now once you mark and you download, the last thing we want to do is to just ensure we have a light effect. We brighten this design in the Lightroom application. So let's go to the Lightroom application, guys. Alright, guys, so this is the Lightroom. I'm just going to click on my presets. I'm going to choose the precept I want to use for this design, and I'm good to go. Now this precept is too high, so I'll just reduce it to about 67, and I'll just mark this, and then you can zoom in to see the beauty of what you have done, guys. You can zoom in, see the beauty, guys. You see how beautiful this is, and then you can check the before and you can check the after of this design. And with this, you are done with the award night design in Pixellab application. Alright, guys, thank you so much for staying to the end of this tutorial. I hope you found this helpful and you practice and do something nice. Please do not forget, if you have not subscribed, do well to subscribe to my channel. Do well to share this design, share the link, share it to friends, share it to other creatives, alright, you feel needs to watch this. Share it to someone, bless someone, alright. Help someone improve in their skill and creativity by sharing this channel, telling people about this channel so that they can learn something good and amazing and add to their portfolio, guys. Do well to practice this, and I look forward to having you in my next tutorial. See you guys next time.